Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris. It's great to speak to you again after our not unintended, but unexpected day off. So here we are for episode 3 of Love Island USA. And it was a bit strange, wasn't it, Chris? We were all set to go, and there was no episode.
Yeah, and I couldn't work out why. You'd said it to me, and to be honest, we were ready to go. We got our schedules, and then something came up, actually, Dave, so I was quite happy in the end that it didn't happen. However, as a Love Island fan, I was like, no, why after 2 episodes would this change? We were speculating. We don't know anything. The only thing I'd said to you is maybe they have to do more testing than, because of what's going on. Maybe it's a day where they have to maybe clean at all the areas that they've been in, Dave. It could be something like that. I think we may find that out, but I haven't looked at the schedule because obviously it's a US schedule.
Before you go in any further, so we do know, but I can tell you haven't been looking at the the Twitter account.
So, Dave, why wasn't there an episode yesterday?
Well, you just carry on going. You just carry on going if you want. So shout out. There's a new podcast, right, called L Squared. Get yourself over and have a listen. Really thoughtful, insightful comments. And she'd emailed us saying it's Lonely, I don't know how to pronounce it, Lonely Lequate, I think it is, or Lonely Lequat. And basically, right, Love Island has been not ditched, but jettisoned by CBS because Tough as Nails was on at 9 o'clock. And so because Tough as Nails had got that slot for Wednesday, then Love Island's just booted out. So it's like, fuck's sake. Love Island's the most important thing, don't they know?
Fucking Tough as Nails. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about that, Dave. Why don't you just let me go on and on with my little fucking...
You know what it's like, Chris. Can't get a fucking word in. So, so I was trying to stop you. I was trying to wait for you to take a breath. And it's like, no. I've got an email right here that says exactly what it is. But there's scooching on past that, Chris. So there is some good news. It's a good job we had that 10-minute conversation prepping before the call, isn't it?
Not talking about Love Island, yeah, Dave.
So the good news is, Chris, so next Wednesday, there will be no Love Island as well.
Right, okay.
Because of Tough as Nails. But it is the Tough as Nails final. I've never fucking heard of Tough as Nails, Chris, but whatever the fuck it is,
no.
Apparently it's more important than Love Island. So we're going to get another day off next Wednesday. But then it should be on as normal, so for the remaining 4 weeks. So there you go. It was a bit of a surprise for us. I don't know how planned it was, because I don't think they set off with that intention. And then it creates this doubt, doesn't it? So are we seeing like what happened on Tuesday? Are we getting like a couple of days rolled into one? How are they going to edit all that together? I don't know.
Yeah, because if you think about the UK one, this like the winter one, it was weird because on a Friday, they'd show you what was going to happen on the Sunday. And I said to you, Dan, I said, they must be about 3 days behind it because, and you're right. Do they go across 2 days when they're editing to catch up? Because the continuity of it didn't make sense because we already knew on the Sunday, we always have a Saturday off in the UK where they have a bit of a behind the scenes episode, which most of the time is actually quite probably better than what we've seen through the week sometimes. And it's more than being real and, like just burping and breaking wind or whatever. They're doing all sorts of stuff that normal people will do that you don't see on the normal sort of edited show. And I quite enjoy that because they're more grounded. With this, I am with you, Dave. They can't have had a day off, and the story's got to continue. So at some point, they're going to edit loads of stuff out, I think, because they're going to be, if they're just going a day behind, they're going to have to. I mean, I suppose if it's on again tonight in the US, then which will be Saturday when we actually watch it Saturday morning, it's going to be Sunday night. We'll probably see then how far behind they are, I think, which would be interesting. But I don't know. I mean, today's episode, though, Dave, let's be honest, I was more interested in the fucking cars and the scenery today. It wasn't one of the best episodes of Love Island.
I tell you, when Caesar's Palace comes up, I must admit, it wasn't one of the best episodes, was it? And let's be fair, like the first episode, I'm thinking, oh, this crop of people, this crop of islanders or Veganetians or whatever we want to call them. So, this lot are going to be good. This lot are going to be great entertainment. And the last couple of episodes have been a little bit dull. So, but then Caesar's Palace shows up. We get a bit of Vegas. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I'm loving it. So it got better then from me. But yeah, it was a bit of a quieter episode again, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and also it's centered around Trey. We did get this sort of Truth or Dare episode, which I'm always inclined to think is definitely producer led. But, Trey, straight away, I'm going to hold my hands up here, Dave. And I listened back to what I said yesterday, and 2 days ago, sorry. And you called me out, and you were right to call me out. My Love Island reality TV radar is usually on the money with these people. I know my predictions for sport is absolutely goddamn terrible. If I ever do a prediction for sport, people, do not take it. Just bet on the other. Dave will tell you I am fucking terrible when it comes to sport. My heart rules my head. Ridiculous. I'm absolutely stupid when it comes to that. But when it comes to reality stuff, I'm pretty on the money. Trey, Dave, he gives Justin this big speech. I'm all in going, oh, yeah, he's a great guy and everything. You're like, fuck off, he's fucking player, blah, blah, blah. And then our good friend Terence on Twitter, he watched it and he even said, you guys are wrong. Trey's a bit of a player. And he was right. It was actually me who said that. I said that to him and said, sorry, Terence, it was me who said that, not Dave. But as soon as it said about Kiss Caitlyn, and Caitlyn said she would pick Trey if she had to recouple, it's just like you can almost hear the music going down, down, down. It's just like, yeah, we're in.
He sprung up like a meerkat, didn't he?
Yeah, it's like fucking poltergeist. His head spun on its axis, didn't it? It's fucking there, like, oh really? Exorcist, sorry. He's like, oh really? And then he's telling just like, yeah, we vibe, yeah, we're great together, yeah, yeah. And the next minute he's going to fucking Caitlyn. Well, yeah, I want to kiss her. I think you wanted a bit more, didn't you, than 5 seconds and stuff? And I'm like, does he not see that these cameras on? I mean, I said to you, he's definitely proper reality TV, Love Island contestant 101. But him and Caitlyn, for me, I'm sticking to it, Dave. They are just riding roughshod through that villa completely.
Yeah. No, I think he's fucking great entertainment, though, isn't he?
Oh, he's brilliant.
Think, it comes back to this thing again and again that we see. It's just we see on Love Island and the various other shows that we've seen that I think it's part of the human condition, Chris, that people delude themselves into how they actually are. I think in Trey's head, he's believing all the things he's saying about, everyone's got a past, I've learned from it, and this, that, and the other. But he's just, I don't know, he's just behaving to type. He's just, I called him as a player, episode 1, and everything he's doing, well, I say everything, almost everything uh, conforms to that. Now, I've I had in my notes, and this is a problem. Like, so I experimented different ways of taking notes. So sometimes I'll take them as the episode's going, and then other times I'll kind of watch it, think about what the major points I want to bring up, and then concisely write everything down. For this one, I was trying to take him as I was going, and I was like, "Yep, Trey's, being a player. Oh wait, no, he's actually, you know what? I think Chris might have been right." And then that thing with Caitlyn is like, "No, no, no, I think I was right first time."
No, you were, Dave. You were. What about though? Mr. McCool though. With Moira, I said I thought his head was turned when Pearson had come in. It wasn't, Dave. Him and Moira, they were going to second and third base. He almost had a home run.
I tell you what, I think if yeah, I think if the cameras weren't there, I think Moira was looking to escalate things a bit quicker than he was. So,
Yeah.
I think she even said to him, didn't she? If it's a bit difficult with all the people around here and stuff. So, I'd said she definitely is more into him, and I still think that's true. I think she's more into him than he is into her at the moment. But,
Yeah.
but you know, I must admit, I was thinking, right, okay, after what happened in episode 2 and tonight's episode 3, I'm not actually sure where James's head is at. Because everything he did in this episode makes me think, all right, he might be a bit more into Mora than I think he is. But I need a third data point. I need to see that a bit more of them to make my mind up. because I'm not convinced about him, but I agree that tonight he did seem to he did seem to do all the right things, to be honest.
Yeah, he did. And did you? I was watching like this thing where obviously Johnny's a hairdresser. He cuts everyone's hair, and James come out and was like joking, wasn't he? Saying like, "Oh yeah, he's he shaved his hair off and stuff." And I'm like, right. And then all the guys come out, and even the commentator Matthew went, "So they look
Yeah.
exactly the same." But they did this big like drum roll, like they were going to come out with like blonde hair, Mohicans, skinheads. It was just bizarre. And it was like, and then I think Trey said, "Yeah, and I was the hype man," and I'm like, "But you've hyped nothing. You and James have hyped nothing. What are we seeing other than you jogging onto the set?" I didn't. I totally missed that. I don't know what that was about.
I say this with zero intentional comedy, Chris. I honestly saw no difference in the hair at all.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
It was bizarre. I think was it like one of those where you had like children's clippers or something, and he wasn't actually cutting the hair, because no one looked any different at all. I don't think I've seen that before either. I've seen people have their asses waxed and stuff, but not haircuts.
No, it was bizarre, absolutely bizarre. And I saw with Carrington, though, Dave, as well. I mean, he's well in there with Pearson, and he's absolutely uh, loved up.
He,
They are
yeah,
together as anybody.
yeah. I think Carrington's head can be turned. I don't know. There's something about him. I think. I mean, Pearson's stunning. So they'd have to make an aggressive play for him. But I think he just seems immature. It's not just the way he looks, just the way he behaves as well. He just seems quite immature to me. But Pearson definitely seems to be sort of well into him, and yeah, so they do seem kind of loved up. I wasn't really expecting that in episode 3 from them, but yeah, no. What do you reckon to Rachel and Jeremiah? I mean, she said like 8 out of
Good.
10 eggs in his basket.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dave. Again, they're another couple. Both of them couples there look genuine. Jeremiah put the kiss on her. Rachel like making a breakfast the next day. Everything. Dave, you can't argue with that. They seem genuine. I must admit. I think I know Justine was a bit thingy with Jeremiah, but you'd said the other episode, close the door on it. That's the end of it,
Yeah,
Jeremiah. And I think he's moved on. He's a good guy. She seems like a lovely girl, and at the moment, everything seems good as far as I can see.
yeah, yeah. It'd be interesting again if someone tries to make an aggressive play for him or aggressive play for her. We're gonna have two new guys coming in, aren't we,
Yeah.
tomorrow? So it'd be interesting to see who they go for. But
I,
yeah,
I, I've, I've got a prediction, Dave.
go fucking hell, go on then.
Here we go. Here we go. Mackenzie and Connor are not going to last another week. There's something not right about that. I don't think she's into him as much as he's into her. He seems really, really insecure and really like threatened when they're all together. I don't know what it is. I can't work it out, but I don't think I think she's going to drop him like a stone, Dave.
Why? Just because he's a bit insecure?
No, I don't think she's into him as much as he's into her. I don't know. There's just, I'm going with my spidey sense here, Dave. If they go on and win it and get married and have kids, then you can go, Chris. Don't ever predict anything ever again. There's just something there, Dave. My fucking spidey sense is tingling with that
Listen,
couple.
getting predictions wrong has never stopped you before. So don't worry about
I'm all
this
right.
one.
Hey, the Chris Phelps 180 is a fucking legendary. Next episode, I'll be going, I told you they're a great couple, them too.
So there,
But
there was one thing, right? So tonight when they were doing the whole truth or dare thing, and he got dared to like lick from a foot up to her thigh,
yeah,
she didn't seem that comfortable. But come on, it's day fucking 3. She's not long met him. And she said she hadn't showered. So it didn't seem that much of an abnormal reaction to me. That I
no,
didn't see anything wrong with that. And the fact that she said yeah, on Tuesday's episode, we are very, very coupled up. You know, I and then she went away bawling her eyes out later, and then was bawling her eyes out to Connor. Makes me think that she is into him.
We'll see, David. We will see, my friend. I've just got this little feeling.
Well, at least it's not like the bloody Love Island Australia where I know you've got all the fucking answers. So
I kept putting crumbs in dinner going, oh, I don't know, Dave. Is it? You were like, oh, fuck off. You know already. But I don't know with this one, obviously. But yeah, I mean, like I say, well, as we talk about it, I think we made it into a bit more of a better episode than what it was watching. But there's a few little cracks there, Dave. I'm just hoping the new guys come in and shake it up a little bit. I think there could be a little bit of the old, as the Aussie, as Mr. Horrocks would say in his famous Australian accent, a bit of drama, mate. So we'll see.
A bit of drama.
So if you want to get in contact with us and totally throw me under the bus with my predictions, guys, as always, on Twitter or Instagram at cdrealitycast. If you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. And as always, get onto your podcast catching app and drop us a review on the show, guys. We are almost, Dave, at 50 reviews, so we need a few more reviews, guys. So get them in. Come on, thick and fast in the Ready Money round. We really, really appreciate it.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we love reading them out as well, don't we? And
yeah,
obviously we've been sort of out of kilter this year, haven't we? You know, with watching reruns of things, and so, you know, if you get those emails coming in, we love reading them out and we love interacting. We know all that we've got are two different perspectives, so we love it when other people write in and kind of give us their perspective, disagree with us as well. I tell you what, Chris, it was great, wasn't it, to see Terence on there. He's obviously on board watching the latest series, so he was back on there on Twitter. So yeah, really looking forward to that engagement again with this series.
I am. And just a quick point of reference, if anybody has Netflix, Dave, I have a new show to recommend for everybody. We have Selling Sunset, which you hated, which were the real estate agency in LA, and it's just a little bit of sort of Kardashian drama. They're all stunning models, these girls who are the real estate agents, run by these two twin brothers. But there is a new one on Netflix. It's a 6-episode series. I think it's a bit like a pilot series. It's in New York, and it's based around the Hamptons, Dave, which you all go to, which is the very posh sort of beachside place, about an hour away from New York, I think. And it's called $1 Million Beach House, Dave. And we are 3 episodes in, me and Samantha, and we are all over it. There's a lot of drama, but there's plenty in lovely houses as well. So if you want to get on Netflix, it's not a bad watch, to be honest. Selling Sunset, though, is still the one. 3 series in, that's brilliant.
That is really
I think the best way to say that, Dave, is fuck you, and we'll see you next time.
See you next Tuesday.